Okay.
Hey, Tony, at least you dressed like you made money.
Yup.
You gotta get your shit together.
You're starting to piss me off.
I don't care. I don't care, Tony. You're a fucking Don.
You're starting to piss me off.
You
You're
are
starting to piss
Don
me off.
Corleone. You
You're
are
really
Don
starting to piss me
Corleone
off.
getting outperformed.
You're starting to piss me
by
off.
fucking people like fucking. Who's our worst performer? Our worst performer outperforms you. I'm gonna say,
lose my mind.
you gotta hear this. You have to hear this. This is the only way to bring Don Corleone back.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Lose it. Lose it. And when you're losing your mind, look in a fucking mirror and be like, I did this to myself.
I'm here. Okay? I'm here.
It ain't enough. You're a fucking
I'm
Don,
here.
Tony. Whatever happened to the world's best salesman? The world's best salesman selling spaghetti cans at the trunk of his fucking car, making more money than anybody I knew. What happened to that guy? To that guy, huh? You couldn't sell a bar of gold.
You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened?
To a rich man.
You want to know what happened?
Sarah.
Frank. Frank happened.
Jesus Christ. You got to stop projecting your fucking... Projecting onto fucking Frank.
Tony, I hate to say it.
Nothing to do with this.
Tony,
I'm gonna say it.
Tony, I swapped the grind, man. I haven't had a scuff job once. I probably made like 50,
fucking great for you.
I probably made like 50 grand,
Isn't that
Tony.
great for you? You got to come in after fucking everything changed and everything.
But everything's good now, Tony. It's good now.
You're still not making money.
Isn't that perfect?
It's good now, Tony.
And when you do your fucking job, somebody else had a fucking complaint because it didn't fucking work.
Everything is good now, and you still not making money.
Really? That's funny. Because why don't you ask Gigi what happened yesterday?
Let me guess. You drifted into a pole and lost your truck.
No, go ahead. Ask her when she comes here. Ask her what happened.
And the thing is, right? The thing is, right? Grime ain't the only thing it's supposed to be doing, Don Corleone.
Motherfucker. I do jewelry. I do cleaning cash. I do it all.
Tony,
okay?
you're a fucking Don. You're a fucking Don. The expectation on you as a Don is higher than anybody else in our fucking crew. And our worst performer outperforms you on the basic shit. Understand? And you have to hear this, Tony. This might be pissing you off, but you gotta hear this.
I fucking hate this.
Hey, what?
I hate this.
We need Don Corleone. Okay? The fucking world's best salesman. The guy who's got a guy for fucking everything.
Tony, you could be like the pawn shop guy, you know what I mean? Like you could buy people's jewelry off them cheap.
How come we guys aren't doing fucking hot runs and shit?
Yeah, you do those hot
we get
runs.
paid way more fucking doing that shit.
Apparently they give you like
They didn't have enough jewelry.
But you can buy it off people that don't want to do that shit, you know, for cheap.
Who the fuck's selling jewelry?
It's all over the yellow pages, you know?
Anybody would be. You just call them up and make them sell you the jewelry, Tony.
I think they charge they give you it's almost like a bonus for doing those big runs. So, you know, if you were to buy them off people, you just make a profit.
All right.
There's people out there hustling up the motel, man. I got 2 contacts that cleans people's money for like a 15% cut. Like you can hustle up anything, you know. Do you know, Tony?
There's a hustle to be made anywhere and everywhere you look.
There's people out there that need fur from hunting. You can sell that for like a fucking you can charge people out the ass for that because they need it for curtains and rugs and shit.
You are Don Corleone. Don Corleone, Tony. You understand what that means? You understand?
Yeah.
I don't mean come around with a fucking bare minimum, all right? Those are the kind of guys we throw in the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
You used to be the best salesman the world has ever fucking seen.
I know. I need to smoke.
Yeah. Take a smoke.
Okay. She's hard. You know what I mean? God.
The thing is, like, you and Octo have skills that, like, me and Lang don't have.
Stop.
I'm telling you, like if I could drive like you and Octo, I'd be doing all these crazy jobs involving cars.
Oh yeah. If I could drive like you and Octo, I would have $1 million in my account right now.
I'd be doing hot runs. I'd be doing money cleaning because I know that like you put me behind a wheel, I could lose the cops. But I don't do any of that shit because like I'm probably going to jail if the cops are on my ass. You just gotta like you gotta play to your strengths, Tony. And one of your strengths is probably like driving. And Lang said you're good at selling shit, so you just gotta play to your strengths. That's what you gotta do.
Have you gone to the jewelry store? Have you seen the fucking runs that guy offers now?
Yeah, I have.
Good money to be fucking made there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get some jewelry. We'll try it out.
You are the man. You gotta start looking at yourself in the mirror and realize you are better than everybody else around you, but you gotta also start acting the fucking part, Tony. When you walk into a fucking room, everybody's fucking butt fucking clenches a little bit because Corleone is in the fucking room. Everyone's a little nervous, uneasy. I get looked at the wrong way, shanked in the fucking neck. This shit right here, Tony, this shit ain't gonna work.
No.
We need Don Corleone. You even have like a badass last name. A badass last name that is said out loud sounds so fucking badass if respected.
Gotta lock it in.
Fucking goddamn, you gotta lock it the fuck in.
Gotta get back to the roots.
That's right.
Drifted away far too long.
You did.
Look what I've become.
My dearest friend.
Oh, fucking nobody.
That's right. But look at the bright side, okay? Octo used to be one of the worst guys. We used to stress about him every fucking day. Now he's a perfect exemplar of a crew member. All right? So you can turn it around, Tony. It's never too late to turn it around.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it around.
Put the Corleone name back on top, my man. Back on top.
Gonna have 50K by the end of the week.
Yeah, but don't go out there and just fucking run grind for the next 14 hours a day for the next 3 days to make 50 grand, Tony. Think outside of the box.
Yeah, that's
My life has always been in the box. Ever since Frank.
Oh my God.
Ever since Frank sold you that box, you've been in the box the entire time.
This fucking asshole. What if I sell my truck?
For what?
Start something new.
I mean, listen, I swapped from sanitation. It's worked out for me. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but didn't Gigi take your shit anyway? Doesn't Gigi have your stuff?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony, you got finessed by our treasurer.
Yeah, I know.
Like what?
Yeah.
Octo, GG. Yeah, I know.
You know why?
Great. It's great. Bring them in. Yeah, it's great. Great.
Tony.
Where am I?
Corleone.
Where am I?
Tony
Where am I at?
Corleone. That is who you gotta be. Tony Corleone. That is who you gotta fucking be, Tony. That is who you gotta fucking be.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be him. I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna be him. I'm gonna be inside of him.
Get inside that ass.
I'm gonna fuck
here
him.
now or later?
I'm gonna rail him. I'm gonna get
What's up,
back
Gigi? How you
inside
doing?
of him.
Tony,
Well,
What the
GG.
fuck are you saying?
Don't worry about it.
All
Talking
right.
some business. How you doing?
Good.
How you been? You been all right?
Yeah. Held it down over the weekend. Pretty quiet though. Everything was fine.
Hell yeah. Well, Harry, you wanna
Yeah.
go over what you wanna talk about?
Yeah. a few things. So the crew's trying to accomplish like two kind of short to midterm goals, I think, maybe even long term. Number one is we got the Buckcoin farm from like 50, but we want to take it to 100. I'm gonna be honest, Lang wants to take it to 200. But at the same time, we also want to move out of the south side into Mirror Park. But upon kind of thinking about it, I think it's pretty obvious you can't do both at the same time.
Right.
So we need to keep we want to keep juicing up the Buckcoin, then eventually move to Mirror Park. I think so. That then this links into well, how do we get that money? Weekly kind of kick-ups help a lot. Especially since it's nice clean cash. It's great system. The other main way we can make money is the crew cut. The 25-30% cut is huge. But in order for that to actually work, we need people working. So I think it's time we trim the fat a little bit. We work out. We go over quickly over people we have, and might be time to trim the fat a little bit, because if you think about it, the bare minimum from anyone, what's 5 to 10 grand for us? I hate to say it, but that ain't shit.
It ain't shit.
I could pay my I could do my 2 grind runs, pay my 10K, and I could put my feet up and be like, nah, fuck it. That
2 grind runs, 2.
2.5.
No,
Sorry, 2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
Really?
2.5.
It's 3.
Oh, 3 grand. Oh, okay,
No,
3.
fuck
So
that.
3 grand runs. Okay.
There you go,
My
buddy.
bad.
But that's the thing,
There you
right?
go, Harry. Now you fucked it.
The free, let's say 3 grand runs. I pay my 10K. That's it, right? Oh, well, I've done what I needed to in the week. Wrong. There's so much opportunity out there for doing, empires, side hustles. We're bringing the dirty cash. The crew takes a cut. We make good money off it, and that's and we need to eliminate the people that aren't doing that. Minus Tony, because he's a don.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Right.
But treasurer, if you have any, you are the treasurer. You are the person who manages the money. You speak to the money. The money speaks to you, and you speak to us through the money. So if you ever feel the need to call anybody out,
Oh yeah,
feel free to do so.
Oh yeah. What I could do is I could sit around today and kind of make like a week to week summary, right, of how much each person has made across the board from everything, what categories they've made it in. Just summarize that, and I could make suggestions off that. I could have you look at it if you want to see the exact numbers, what people are doing. I could tell you right now, since moonshine became a thing, people rely on the crew less for that, right? They could just start their own operation easily. Whereas weed, they needed us to be pushing Scooby Dooby, right? They needed some sort of connection to us. So there are people who, like one who I really like, I genuinely really like, Flash. Flash is great. He cooks his own moonshine and pushes it. I don't see him reporting any of it.
Okay,
I
so
see him in the sewers all fucking day, every day,
see that's sorry, Gigi. I want to stay on topic. Flash, we didn't bring him in. He was
right.
He was a pusher, but
Okay.
see, that's the thing,
that's
right?
the thing is, like, anyone could do what he's doing is what I'm saying, right?
Oh right,
Like,
sorry, I thought you were calling him out.
oh no, yeah, no, I'm saying, like, so he used to be someone who was bringing in a lot of money for us, even though he wasn't brought in,
And now he's
right?
not, right?
And now he's not, because there's no connection, because Scooby Dooby was the only thing keeping him to us. So some of our people that aren't even bought in are bringing in less, but maybe if we consider them and say, hey, look, we know this is your own operation, but if you want to be part of something, because we know, for example, for him, he's making that money just on his own. And then there are some people, that are bought in that are not doing anything, whether it's, turn to moonshine, keeping profit. Not really too many that we bought in that are doing that, but still, anything could come up that could be really good money and they could just go do it.
So our
And
top
that's it.
earners right now that aren't bought in is what, like DeVito, right? I think he's like one of our best earners who isn't bought in.
Yeah, he's great. And I feel like he's one that we should focus on for sure. Because he earned so much last week, and he's not even bought in. He's just handing it to us.
Who are our worst earners that are bought in?
Yeah,
Let me
because
look. Give me 1 sec.
listen, Gigi, I know we put this off and we've been saying we're gonna do it. This is the meeting where we sit down and I'm telling you, I want some people gone, if they're no good, because I know, for example, there's some shit going on, and I have Ilya coming to me, and he's giving me washed and clean money, because apparently this Stevie guy is running it through the VU himself, and I said, okay, that's odd, but I said, why is he doing that? And then Ilya told me that he wants to get his stars up at the VU because he also has his own dirty money that he's bringing in that isn't weed. But what Stevie probably doesn't know is that money is ours also.
Right.
That's the thing, right? Like,
Wait, he's cleaning the money that he makes from pushing? Is what you're saying?
yeah, but he's given us wash cash, and the thing is, I did the math, it added up, but I don't know why he's doing it like that. Now,
Interesting. Okay.
Is he like? Does he think he's helping? He's trying to like.
maybe I think he
take
wants to
work
get
off
his
of us?
he wants to get his stars up because he's not running it through the motel. He's just giving us the wash cash, so it's not really that helpful.
Right.
But the thing is that if he is he bought in?
No, he's
See, that's
not.
what I mean, man.
Think so.
There's like, this is, I think, a bit of a problem is that we have the web is so big, but there's people, I don't even know who's bought in and who isn't. And
Yeah,
then,
but that's a good thing. Like we want people to earn as a way to get
Right.
noticed and then to get bought in.
right.
Yeah,
It's just
this is the path. But the other thing is, I mean, each of these people should have a point person, Don or someone else, whoever it is, that is their point of contact for the group, that is on top of them, that knows what they're doing and can tell the rest of the group what's going on with them. And I think the Don structure is great for that. 5 of you kind of equally able to do that. People just need to be assigned, right? They just need to know who they're
the reality is
supposed to talk
people are going to start becoming captains, right? Like Ilya's probably going to be the first captain we got.
to. Right.
We don't have people in those positions yet, which is why there's a bit of a disconnect. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like we already like DeVito, for example, is a great earner. He's kind of on the radar. That is how people get put on the radar. If people are making money but they're not bought in, they don't necessarily owe us anything unless their ambition is to get in the crew, right?
that's correct. Yeah, I think
Right.
if someone's not bought in, I'm not gonna
Yeah, we'll never
I'm
haggle
not
them
gonna
for money.
scold
It's
them
not our problem.
because
Yeah, exactly.
at the end of the day, we didn't
Mm.
bring him in. That's on us.
Yeah.
I guess I'm concerned about the people. Let's just handle the people that are brought in first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go top to bottom of what was made, or no, these are the kickbacks. So people made more money than this, but the kickbacks that they got. So top earner for the week was you, Harry. You got 38K back, and that was because you did 54K in moonshine and a little like one cleaning run,
Mm-hmm.
which was great. Next down was Luciano. He got 28K back. That was for moonshine. After that was technically me, but not actually money brought in. It was that my earnings were there, but that was treasure cut. So I only brought in a little bit for moonshine. So next one down of actually bringing a lot in is DeVito, who is not bought in. He was, if you put me aside, third top earner.
Yeah.
Got
So our
22K
third
back.
earner is a guy that isn't bought in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's DeVito.
Problem.
Yep.
So what the fuck are all our people that are bought in doing? If we got
Right.
2 dons at the top,
Yeah.
where the fuck is everyone else?
So
Yeah.
the only person that is excluded from this list is Teddy, because he brings us
Yes.
in thousands and thousands of materials. It's the only reason we're at $50 coin right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
Teddy, I would totally excuse, and I even owed him. I gave him I wrote an approval for some to give him some money for growing that stuff that finally got pushed out, and I'll have to give him more from that stock. But yeah, Teddy's been doing well if you consider that for this week, the stuff that got pushed. Octo gets good payouts this week though. He really only did cleaning, which is fine. That was necessary, but he didn't bring in much money from that. He did grime on his own time, but he spent a lot of his time cleaning our money.
Which
So he's a really
he's
hard
good.
worker, but
Yeah.
he's
He doesn't get.
so
he
I
doesn't
wouldn't
get
give him like a
paid for it.
demerit for it.
It's because his cut
Yeah.
for the cleaning isn't high, but like
Isn't
that's
great, yeah.
invaluable. We can't. That's like one
Yeah,
of the core
that's the
parts
sort
of
of
the whole
thing.
operation, right?
Right. So he did great. But he's putting a lot of hours in and not bringing money in, which means we need other people bringing that in. But all the other names are below his. You know, Ilya, his kickback was 7K. He did some weed and some stuff from the pawn shop. He did a lot of work with other guys, so I don't want to put him down for that, you know, because a lot of his time was spent organizing.
Yeah.
Vito did similar, like 6K, some from weed and a lot from pushing moonshine. But it was his kickback was about 5K, and I think, you know, he brought in closer to 10K. That's a couple of hours of pushing. That's not crazy, you know. And then all the names below that did less. So Stevie, Simon, Ramon, Flash.
See that. So that's the thing. Like I don't, you know, I kind of actually fuck it. Where he's so Vito, right? I know this guy is deep in moonshine, right? So he's pushing the bare minimum, which is fine. We set that bare minimum. But where's all that moonshine going? Where's all that moonshine money going? Well, what's his exact breakdown, GG?
Well, remember, Vito was bought in like 2 days ago, right? So
Wait.
he really just was only bought in.
Wait, it was only 2 days ago?
Yeah, but
Vito
he was
bought in like
reported
2
for
days ago.
some stuff last week, so I don't think we can hold him
Never
to
mind.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
I
this
thought
week we
I thought he
can.
got bought in like a week or two ago. Whatever.
No. It was like
it.
2
No,
days ago.
he was bought in like after the meeting, I think.
Okay, I
That
wasn't
was
even. I
after-
wasn't even here
Yeah, he
for
was
it.
bought in after the Friday meeting, so not even 2 days ago, but a couple days ago.
Yeah, so the money brought in from him pushing moonshine was like voluntary and through Luciano,
Right.
kind of suggesting it to get in with good with us, you know.
So that's all.
What about Larry and Martin?
So Larry and Martin, the stuff that I had from them was money that they had given us directly from pulling off heists. They had hit the laundromat and had given us some washed cash. It was formerly, you know, the banded cash. They gave us Marty gave us like 20K. Larry gave us about 12. So did Oscar, but I gave Larry Oscar's cut for now. I got approval to do that from him and from Oscar. And then they gave us, this was 2 weeks ago, they handed us some materials and things. Marty has been, he learned how to grow and was thinking that that would be a thing, but we haven't needed him to grow. He actually asked me, hey, as soon as there's stock, if you need me to do it, let me do it. But, you know, I told him, hey, we've got Teddy. And unless we have a lot of pushers, we can't, you know, have you growing too much.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting there. He was hoping that he and Larry could do more, maybe even run the laundromat more often, because we haven't been doing that. So that could be a potential thing, but he didn't want to do it without approval. But
Here's the
that's all we
problem.
got
It's
from
like,
them.
approval for what? Approval for what? Approval to bring in money? Why would you ever need approval to bring in money? Just bring in the money.
To do the laundromat heist specifically.
Yeah, they got
You
their
need
own
the
fucking.
money.
They got their own
No,
shit,
no.
right? They got everything they need to hit that. No.
They integrated with us into our app. So they would be doing it on our timer.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had dissolved his already. Their separate app, because it was, you know, without Jean Paul.
Wait, so why are they on
Oscar not being
our
around.
app, but they're producing all this Bitcoin then? That doesn't make sense. Are you sure this happened?
I need to double check with him. I would need to ask him. But I know that was his intent.
It's
If
like,
Hammer
I'm trying to remember, but he does have his Bitcoin farm, and that's the thing he's been talking about the most is, you know, he spent a lot of it rather than giving us money directly, just throwing it at us. He had juiced his farm, and then he wants to be able to contribute that when we need it to, you know, to do heists or whatever we need to spend it on.
so I think that's good, but when we need it and we ask for it, if it's not there, it becomes an issue to me, because here's the thing with the system we've made, in my opinion. You know, we have our kick ups, fine. It's just not enough. But then the way the crew makes money is off people's dirty shit. Now
Right.
people not like, I don't think Larry, they don't dabble in that I'll call it petty shit. They're off doing like heists and Bitcoin, whatever the fuck, probably a lot of sanitation. But like I said, how do we get hold of a bit of that? If he's gonna give us Bitcoin, that's fine. But actually, when we need it, it needs to be there, I guess.
Yeah, and he's very willing to do that. I think, you know, we have not set up a system where people can give us anything that isn't dirty money.
Cash, yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like the system doesn't allow for that, but I think it should. I don't really see a reason why not. If someone just says, "Hey, I don't like doing roof running, but I really like doing grime. I want to do grime all day," and give you some of that. I feel like we should, you know, that should be possible, and we should have some sort of way for people to just do that because
I think
they
so
still just
too.
want to use their time for us, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but we already said though that with that, right? Like if you aren't doing dirty shit, like just increase your kick up, and then that's on you. Like how much you want to kick up when the kick ups happen, right?
So for can I get an exact from not 2 weeks ago but just from last week, so on Friday that week, what was Marty's and Larry's contribution, like, and in terms of everything?
that was the washed cash that I had mentioned.
And
That was from that week before.
that's the thing, it was from the week before, right? So that's like 2 weeks ago, not last week, or am I wrong?
Technically, right.
Yeah,
Right.
so I just want to know last week's, not 2 weeks ago.
From this last week, nothing really directly to the crew except for the USBs, that they had gotten.
Right.
for us to
$0.
complete
So
a set.
zero,
But
right?
Dollars, nothing. Yep.
So that's what this is
That's
the
a
thing.
massive problem.
I think it's a problem.
Right.
Of course it is. That's a massive problem.
I would like to say that maybe we should have a rule that we kind of implement. If you are not doing something dirty and giving us dirty cash, then you have to give us cleaner wash or something, right? Like it doesn't matter what you do.
Well, you have to earn. Like we preach all the time. Like you have to be an earner. You have to earn.
Right. I think people have heard that sentence come out of Don's too many times of if you do something dirty, give us your dirty cash and get a kickback, that they like don't know what to do with other stuff. Like do they just they give their dues and then they don't really know.
I don't.
I mean, I
swear,
don't know if that's the truth.
That
Like
can't
that's
be
true.
right.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I mean, I've heard that from so many different people because
feel like it's
people
just
have
an
come up to
excuse
me and
they use. I'm
asked.
gonna be honest.
I'm not saying it's not.
It's not complicated. Like the system is not complicated. You know.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah, I think we just need to say it, blanket statement. Hey, we are looking at these numbers and we do see who's earning more and less. And if you're not going to do one of the normal pipelines that some of the top earners are doing, like moonshine or weed, then whatever you're doing with your time, increase your kick up.
I have a
Just needs to be
solution.
said out loud.
I mean, that's been said multiple times too. I've personally said that to two people. Like anybody can contribute as much cash as they want, whether it's clean, whether it's dirty, doesn't matter how they get it. The goal is to be a top earner. So if you're running grime all day because you don't do crime, you don't have to only pay the $5K. You can come and be like, guys, I had a great week. I did 50 grind runs. It went amazing. I made $100,000. Here's 20 grand.
No, because the thing is, Lang, we told people. I remember this 100%. We told people we didn't want that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, no, there are people who have been told, and I don't know exactly by who, but there are people who have been told not to, like we don't want just direct donations. We don't want donations.
Yeah, but that's not a donation, guys. There's a difference. There's a difference between here, take this donation, I want nothing for it, versus tracking everything you do and turning it in, guys. There's a massive difference here.
He's right. Because
I think it's not explained to them, and they think it's like
this was
the same,
100% explained.
Yeah.
I specifically explained this to Larry when he tried to come throw a bunch of cash and say, "Oh, forget about it. Don't track it. I don't need a kickback. Here's a donation." That is what a donation is. Contributing is completely different.
So the difference you want is them to put in an amount and still get a kickback, like track what they did, so we have an idea of
everything is tracked. Everything they do is tracked.
Okay.
Nothing is a donation that goes untracked. So if they want to only work grind, they can come and increase their kick up, but this is something that is recorded. Oh, this guy gave us 20 grand this week, clean. He's been doing a lot.
At least we know what he's doing, right? We know that.
Yeah,
we know if they're
that
useful
they're earning
or
what
not.
they're doing.
Like, because we're at a stage where we're trying to, like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at this list, ain't looking too hot. I think if anything, I wanna, maybe if people need to get rid of them, and then we need to get some of these people bought in, and not on a level that like, oh, there's keys here, you're in. It's more of like, no, we're bringing you in like we brought in Ilya, nice and slow,
right.
And you start contributing, and eventually it might go somewhere. Because we got people.
Everything a person does should be recorded. Period. For the crew.
So
if the person doesn't do that, it's on them. Even me, I do no dirty cash shit right now. But what do?
Yeah.
I record everything I do with fucking materials, and I'm always sending it to you, GG. That way, you guys can track. Oh, Lang's not doing dirty cash or whatever. Oh, but this is what he's doing. Mm-hmm. And nothing. What I ever do is a donation. It's always recorded.
I think Larry, I don't mind. It could be very, very valuable to us if we take a certain amount of Buckcoin per week. What do you guys think?
That is a whole different conversation entirely. I feel like.
Yeah, because that's getting into valuation at that point. All right, I'm gonna say straight out everything you guys said on people being able to, record and say, "Oh, I did this much crime. Here's the money from it," and then we kick back. That makes sense now that you've said it like that. I don't think anyone has ever understood it like that. Like, I don't know where the
By
exact
anyone, are you
miscommunication
just
is.
saying like Martin and Larry, or like who is
No,
everybody else?
like all the guys, all the guys. I think Ilya asked me the other day too about that. He was like, "Oh yeah, if I do other stuff like clean jobs, should I just like what do I do with that?" Like even other guys just don't know, and they're not too concerned with it because most of the money they've given us has been dirty, but some of them do other stuff, and they just never thought to ask because they didn't even realize it was a thing, an option, straight up.
Yeah, but so somebody like Ilya doesn't have to concern himself about what his clean cash is doing because he's generating dirty.
Right, but the point is that he had no idea that he even could. That we even had a pipeline for clean is what I'm saying. So if
Then these
and
people are
if a
just
guy
dumb
like
as
him
fuck. I don't know
didn't
what to tell
know,
you. This
yeah,
was
but he's
explained to
usually on
everybody.
top of stuff.
Yeah, but this was
So.
explained to everybody multiple times, like multiple times at fucking meetings.
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to use like their common sense a little bit. Like think about it. Like I know I'm doing moonshine all week. I know that a fucking big chunk of that is being taken by the crew. I'm good. But if
Yeah.
you're not
Right.
doing that, what like how are you kind of
It's very simple. It's very simple.
Ilya's
You need
good
to-
because
people-
he's managing people, but like I'm looking at like that if you're not like managing people, what you know what I mean? Like it's not as black and white as like you just have to bring in dirty money. It's not really like that. It's more complicated than that. It can be like you can help in other ways, but like we just need to know what's going on.
I mean, I think the easiest thing for people to understand is we give a blanket quota, and we say your dues are this. On top of that, we expect you to put some hours in and contribute. You do work for the crew, and whatever money you do get from that, you give to us, or you give value. So, for example, me doing treasure work, I'm not generating you money, but there's value in that time. Same with Octo cleaning the cache, or if they want to go generate money, right? Like there just has to be something. And I think we need to put an idea of a quota on that. Like you have to generate at least 10K, and it doesn't matter where from. You just tell us what you did and then hand it in, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Because if people don't have like a specific idea of that, they're just unsure. They're unsure, even if it's explained to them, And I think doing that would keep it simple.
I think people just have to constantly like evaluate what they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's too much of an expectation to make people have common sense. I don't know, but it's like very like if you're not doing any sort of dirty business to bring in dirty cash, you probably would expect that person to be like, okay, can I contribute in other ways? Like that's like an expectation. I feel like I don't know. It just can't be like, oh, I'm just going to generate no dirty cash, pay the $5 grand, show up to every meeting, see the amount of things that we talk about, the amount of money that we need to do things, and then I feel like I'm doing enough. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I'm with you on that, but I think they're literally, some of them are in that state. Like that, that's the problem, is they just kind of like, they kick up and they're like, all right, I did it.
So those are people that we probably want to get rid of. If people just want to do the bare minimum and then stick around, it's just people that we don't invest in.
People, I don't see the bigger picture. Like like for example, my moonshine, there's opportunities down the way that we could need, buck coin, money straight up for, and where do people think the shit's just gonna like money's just gonna go grow on trees for it? Like,
right? Yeah, I mean, we make pretty good money as a crew, but not that good compared to what people themselves are making at times. And
for sure.
I want to point out, love him to death. Doesn't give us money. He's doing some work with helping us with the Buttcoin farm, but I mean, that's not that many hours. A lot of his hours are spent running G6. He's putting time, like time, into earning clean cash, but he does not kick up anything extra. As an example.
Yeah, I mean,
so
everybody needs to be, called out, but then we also have to understand like the value as well as a whole, right?
Yeah.
What is Yuno's job? I'm telling you right now, you can give shit, whatever, right? Which we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't.
Mhm.
But when we're robbing the big banks and raking in $100,000, and he's the guy that's doing all of it,
I was gonna
things
say the
change
same
very
thing.
quickly. I'm just saying.
That's the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
and that's
I'm just saying he's not doing that right now.
That's why I said it's not black and white. That's why I wanted to go. That's why I want to have more of these conversations and go through people on an individual basis. Because Octo, right? I don't give a fuck if his kickback is only $5,000 because he only gets $250 a run. Without him doing the runs, we can't function. The money's not being cleaned. No one can hack like you know. So it's like we just need to do people on an individual basis, right? That is what makes the most sense. And it does take time, but I guess that's what comes with it. And I think we need to start working people more like individually. And I honestly think, Gigi, that you have every right as treasurer to call people up and have meetings and ask them for shit. And I have no issue being there. I have no issues breathing down their neck.
I can go full audit mode. I started doing that last week, a little bit. Trying to get to the bottom of kind of like what people's finances are like, so I can get an idea, like, are they putting in a lot of non-crew hours? Where is that time spent? Just so I can kind of weigh that, and I could just keep doing that, and get an idea.
So instead of driving yourself crazy by auditing, I would just go to like Yuno's a good example, right? I would just go to Yuno and be like, listen, you haven't been doing any fucking dirty business and dirty cash, whatever. A lot of people have been contributing, like we need contributions. We're trying to juice up the farm, this, that, and the third. What can you contribute?
Okay.
As a treasurer, I feel like just doing that might be simpler, but only work in cash. Don't let
for sure
somebody be like, oh, let me give you this
20
car.
boxes of jewelry or something.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
None of that.
You want dirty cash or you want clean cash? I'm the treasurer. We need contributions. Here are our plans. Here are our projects. You know what I mean?
Right.
Gigi, I would love just listen. We get a table in the house and we call people and I'm down just to have conversations with people. I don't care if it takes hours. Like, I have the time. Like, if you need, if you need help, like,
I will
take a little demanding from
corner
people.
spot, sit down, and have office hours, and say, "All right, come on in," and do the whole thing. I'm cool with that too.
That's what we need, because it's easy for people to they just slip through the fucking gaps, and before you know it, you've had a guy in for a month who's done jack shit.
Yeah. And it's very, like, in my opinion, just from doing business previously, it's a very bad apple spoils bunch kind of thing. If we allow people in who are really not contributing, everyone else sees that and they all start slacking. Unless we have everyone on their game, that's just how it is.
We as Don Suga set the example as well,
Yeah. And do we?
Right, Tony.
Do we want to just take the base kick up and move that up?
What was that, Gigi?
Do we want to increase the baseline kick up of clean cash just to start?
I think
we should.
Tony will die for doing that.
We should slow down.
Tony.
I think we could bring everyone up to 10K equal. I don't think we need to have like lesser amounts at this point. I mean we can just bring
everyone is not a Don.
What do you guys think, Lang? 10K everyone? Because 5K ain't dick nowadays.
I would like to say maybe it could be increased kick up, or if you make above a certain amount in dirty, that counts too, right? Like either or. You got to bring in your 5K kick up plus an extra 10K from any source. And that could be tracked dirty work. That could be
$20,000 a week.
$20,000 a week.
Wait, what do you mean $20,000 a week? Hold on, just elaborate.
So I'm saying whatever your normal cash kick-up is, leave it the same. And then whatever you want to make to get to a 20K contribution after that, do it however you want.
Listen.
20K?
That's what I'm saying.
You guys want to solve this problem right now and see who the fuck we got to weed out? Increase the kick-up for 1 week to $25,000 and see who meets that quota. And that right there will tell you who we got to get rid of. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't do that.
Tony, you
pushed Moonshine yesterday that I handed you for a short amount of time and made like 5K from it. Like, you absolutely can. It doesn't have to be
my $5,000 though. That's not my 5K. It's not 5K.
You pushed, but you did that for like an hour. Just do that once a day. You're gonna hit that easy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, with the new pipelines, absolutely.
I'm not saying we have to do it. I'm just saying if you want to make a point, increase the kick up to an astronomical number.
Right.
Where the people who already want to complain about anything are probably going to complain, and the people who are going to work anyways are just going to work, and it's very easy to see who's going to do it.
I mean, I
Right.
like it. I think this coming Friday we make the announcement that next week the crew has projects that are important, and we're increasing the kick up to 25K. And it's kind of, you know, when the next week we'll say, okay, it's gonna go two ways. We either bring it back down to 10, or it stays at 25, depending on how badly we need cash. I mean, I'm with
But
Lang.
you don't
like,
even tell them that. You don't even tell them that. You just, this is a test for everybody.
okay.
You see the first person who goes, oh, fuck, I gotta fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or you
Yep.
see the person who just keeps
Right.
their mouth shut, goes out there and brings you 25K by the Friday.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting somewhat sick of like this whole system. It's great, but like it's complicated, and the way Lang's right, the way to simplify it is just to fucking, when we need cash, we squeeze that fucking amount up, and it keeps it simple. And then we ain't got people fucking trying to contribute fucking buttcoin or guns, or I'm robbing this, I'm bringing in fucking moonshine money from here. Like, no, like, you know,
Listen, to me,
25K easy.
me doing that is just an excuse to not do what we're asking. That's just how I view it.
Yeah.
If we're asking you to earn cash, and you come back and say, let me give him this boat instead, to me, you're just trying to get out of something that we're asking you to do, which means to me, why the fuck am I working with you?
Yeah, and like if someone wants to contribute something like that, I mean, they could do that on the side. That's fine. That's great. We can use stuff, but like, yeah, we need liquid funds. That's kind of what we've been saying the whole time. Our problem is,
For sure, absolutely.
and they should be able to
I
see
mean, like I
that.
said, right? Like, people come to the meetings, they hear what we talk, you know, guys, circuit boards, like this, that, chain gang, fighting. We go over everything that's going on. People are very
Yeah.
aware of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, you want to fucking see who's willing to work for the crew. Squeeze the fuck out of them and see what happens.
I think that would propel us forward. Just off the, if oh my god, if we took 25K from everyone across the board, that would be like half if not more the money you need to go from like 50 Bitcoin to like 100 in 1 week.
Easily, yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
so, okay. Who I like the, you know, I know we went off a tangent there, but this is helpful to me because I get to know who's actually brought in. So Larry, Martin, you know, who else has been brought in?
Let me show you. Hold on. So the names of the people that are giving money each week, right? It's the Dons, Octo, me, Larry, Oscar if he was around, but he's not around right now, Marty, Teddy, Yuno, Ilya, and then we just bought in Vito.
Okay.
Fuck it, guys. We do a tier 2 buy-in. If you want to be in part of the tier 2 club, it's a $50,000 buy-in.
Ooh, why don't we just honestly, let's just do a battle pass.
Like
Let's do a
Patreon?
fucking battle pass.
Comes with a free skin and some loot boxes.
Yep.
We just do like how they do on Patreon. You know what I mean? It's like you got your
That's what I'm saying.
you got your base, and then you got your fucking tier 2, and then you got your tier 3, and then you got your fucking. You know what I mean? Like you go through
Right.
all.
Listen, you just reminded me how good of a hustler the guy I work with, Marlo. Tony, you've been missing out. This guy, I bought a founders pack. I paid 25 grand and I get #1 founders pack prio to work Packer with him, and he sticks to it.
Yeah.
If I want to work Packer,
That's crazy.
he kicks out everyone in the queue. He has prio queues. He has people that give him. He got 40 grand off a woman to have prio, but I kick her out because I was a founder. I was there first. Tony, people
Fuck yeah.
pay people to do these Packer runs. You're missing out, my man. This Marlo
I'm
guy.
getting in a
Don't-
truck
don't you-
with
don't you
somebody
have a
that's gonna
Packer?
drive me fucking insane. Okay.
Yeah, but this guy.
Oh
this,
my god.
this
No,
guy
no,
took
Tony,
40 grand off a woman, and he's run like Packer with her like 2 times.
Tony, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm gonna say it. Gigi's
Say
here.
it.
Say
Say
I'm
it.
gonna say it. Gigi's here.
Say it.
No. Say it.
My man, whenever a good idea comes up for you to make money, you instantly deflect. Like, what the fuck is going on here, Tony? You're not willing to work?
I don't
You
want to
old-ass
grind
fuck?
with random people. Okay.
It's not about the grind with random people. It's about the money you can produce. Look at a system. Look at an operation. Look at an advantageous position you can have that makes you money. Look at the world. Everybody's a dollar sign. That's all they are. Look at the world that way.
Yeah.
This attitude you have right now ain't gonna bring you nowhere, my man.
Got a point.
You used to be the greatest hustler I've ever seen in my fucking life. It ain't too late to get back to being that.
I listen. There's people, Marlo. I work with him. Whenever I want to work, I work with him because I come in at a founder level. He gets phone calls after phone calls of people begging to run Packer with him, and if they want to run Packer with him, he takes money from them to do that. Because what else are they going to do, Tony? Well, they're going to go work the Boxville? Yeah, good luck with that.
Right.
Right. So listen, let's circle back and not get too sidetracked, right?
Sorry. Yeah.
If we need to clarify things, you're good. If we need to clarify things, we clarify things. Me personally, I feel like if somebody gets it, they get it. If somebody doesn't get it, I think they're going to just choose not to understand it. I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt. We can approach people, do what Harry said, get a fucking table and a chair in the fucking house, call people in one by one, see what the fuck they've been doing, and go from there. I do think this Friday, we tell everybody, by next Friday, we need 25 grand from everybody in this fucking room, no questions asked. And then we just see who bitches, who moans, who can't do it, who comes up with the excuses, who comes up, oh, let me give you this instead, let me trade it. Well, we'll just wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go
Do
from
we
there.
accept that clean cash only or wash, dirty, it doesn't matter?
Let's just say it doesn't matter. Let's just say next week's buy-in is, or next week's kick-up is 25 grand. Doesn't matter how you get it, whether it's dirty or clean. We need 25 grand.
Right. And if they're pushing weed and they're tracking that, that goes into that. Just track everything, 25.
If they're yep.
Perfect. All right.
And
Can
then
I
we'll
get
see.
a
We
corner
go from
office for this?
Yeah. I mean, talking about fucking offices. I mean, we got to get a place eventually too, guys. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, this is why we need money. Like, imagine this fucking warehouse right here goes for sale tomorrow.
Right.
We ain't ever buying that.
Nope.
You know, so just things to keep in mind. Like we need to maybe even look in at opening up buy-ins again, and people that earn and work. This DeVito guy, he's on the radar hardcore. I don't give a fuck. I'll buy him the top earner any day of the week. If he's making us money, I'll buy the motherfucker in and deal with whatever the fuck comes next. No problem, personally.
Listen, I think this is why I don't want to sell the Southside house. I just want to move all the important shit out of there. Think about it. If people join our crew from a buy-in level, they get a key to a house. We can make that useful for the people that are buying in. For Ilya, it literally it helps him so much. He can go in there, grab product. He manages his guys. This Vito guy, it could be a place for him to store his moonshine, a place for him to store his jewelry, a place for him to drop shit off. We have the tools to offer people shit that they can't get by themselves. You can't. All the trailers are gone. People ain't got money like that. Like, I'm telling you, I seriously think that house we have in the South Side is it's like the first point of operations and a way we can test and try people that are being brought in with trust and with how useful they are, because we're giving them the tools to run shit that they have a place to utilize.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
agree.
We should move the shit. I really do think we should move the important shit out of that house and move it up north, and then we don't have to worry about giving keys out to the place, because like there's not really much risk there. It's just a place people can utilize and use for their operations.
Okay.
We need to bring more people in. I'm thinking like this Flash guy. I could probably maybe, bring in. We got that DeVito guy. Like when Arush comes back, this Stevie guy probably earns real good money, but he's off. He's doing the bare minimum with his weed shit because he ain't brought in. But we could be taking more of that pie. There's other people as well.
I agree.
Luciano's managing how many
that
guys?
Incentive, is good. The house key potential, being able to drop stuff off. I mean, that's what everyone wants, and giving them that makes the buy-in feel like it's worth it.
We can have a little computer there. Like, listen, it's not our main computer with all the fucking server racks, but it's a computer people can dick around on.
We already got one.
You give people the fucking tools. You know what I mean? Like that you can't. As a one man, you'd be working months, if not years, to set up what we've kind of already accomplished as like a crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I'm gonna lock in this week.
The buy-in list isn't as
I'm
big
trying
as
to
I
think outside the
thought.
box.
It really isn't. Like, you know, I thought we had loads more people bought in, but we really don't actually.
Yeah, we gotta open up and bring in more people. I think we go with DeVito, Stevie. I mean, what the fuck is going on with Cy?
All
He
I know
called
is
me
he
earlier.
keeps
I should
getting
have called him back.
fucking caught. But I don't really know. I don't know what he's doing, other than getting raided.
Sai
Yeah.
is trying to start a moonshine running empire where he doesn't cook, he doesn't scavenge in the sewers. He purely runs people's moonshine.
Oh yeah, so this brings up another quick topic of discussion. How we spoke about this yesterday. So, Harry, like you're fucking cooking a fuck ton. Your setup over there is crazy. Do we just want everybody to have individual setups like that throughout the city, or are we trying to, bring people together closer more? And people maybe are working under you now or some shit.
So I share that spot with Marlo. Now, we have 3 stills each. This Marlo guy is not someone like I'm gonna get sidetracked if I talk about it, but here's the thing with the moonshine is what I was trying to say is to me it's more of a I'm not sure what Gigi thinks, but I think it's the margins. The reason I do everything myself is because the most annoying part is the scavenging. The cooking and the delivering doesn't really take me very long. So like I keep it as a one-man operation because I got no one offering to go down and get my shit for me.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up to you guys, which I mentioned to Harry already. We made the percentages, the cuts for moonshine the same as weed, but the amount of time and effort that the person cooking has to take to scavenge for ingredients and then cook is it's a lot. It's a lot. And then the person pushing is arguably putting in less time, maybe similar-ish time, but really less time when they're, pushing a lot at the same time. So I think the margins should be adjusted in favor of the people cooking a lot more because they spend so much time on recipe development, getting that to be good. So that's a lot of front-loaded time. And then one of the ingredients, for example, that we need to use, we have to collect like every other day because it goes bad that quickly. We can't just buy this. This has to be, you have to go down into the sewers and get it. So the cut needs to be increased if some people are going to be just cooking but not pushing, in my opinion.
Increase for the cooker.
Yeah, the person cooking needs to get more. The person pushing needs to get less percentage because the person pushing can push like 8 crates all at once and in like a couple hours get several thousand from pushing. Done easy. Whereas the person cooking, you have to wait 40 minutes approximately for that still to cook a batch. And in between your stills cooking, you have to go down and get ingredients. So the time cost is just higher for the people cooking. So I want to adjust the percentages to be a lot more even rather than 15 to the person cooking and 55 to the pusher. Because I think now that we've done the job for a week and seen how that goes, it's very uneven.
Okay. I mean, come up with whatever numbers make sense, and then we just keep going from there. I think we prioritize, make way more of a priority to bring in people who are working. And like I said, we have to view everybody as their own fucking book. What do they bring to the table overall? Because even with Octo, before he was our top earner, I mean, whenever I got in a car with this guy and he got me away from the cops, I always instantly realized, wow, I need this guy in my fucking life, even though he's not earning shit right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'll build up a little room. I'll throw up a little table, some chairs up at the fucking house, and we start calling motherfuckers and we start evaluating what they do.
Yeah.
I'd like to be there for it personally because
Yeah.
I know me and Lang and Tony too. I can just see through people's bullshit. I'm very good at reading people. It's if they start, you just see very quickly like what's up. I'd love to be there. I really want to be there for that. GG. You can lead it, but I just need to be there. I need to be present because I gotta see that shit.
For sure.
I like to be there too as well. Yeah.
Now, Lang, I know you brought up about people having their listen, I know the moonshine shit has split off people a little bit. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think
I don't care as long as the motherfuckers are making money.
Exactly. Now, there might I really don't know. It's hard to say where this moonshine shit's gonna go because I remember I told you the distills are cheap, dirt cheap, and they're arse, and they're for one person. But like, I don't know. We might have to kind of work together in the future if things start getting expensive. But as of right now, I think people bringing in money off their own for the crew is going good. for now.
Yeah, I think that's all fine. I think the system is fine. We just need them reporting it in.
Yeah. I remember anybody that doesn't track their own shit and brings it to you, Gigi, it's a lost cause. It doesn't matter. They can come and be like, oh, I forgot, to submit this shit or whatever. But my God, we've preached this time and time again. Track your shit,
Yep.
track your shit, track your shit. It's the only way we're going to know if you're working and doing shit. And if you're not tracking it, it's on nobody but you.
Yep. And they should all have my number. They know they can call me. If someone doesn't have access to the house, they
It's
can
not
call
like
me.
it's hard tracking it either.
It's not. They literally just have to write it down.
Even me, if I don't want to go on the computer, I'll just shoot a text to Gigi. So at least I even have it for myself later.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
I have a list of everything that we've paid out because you sent me screenshots. That's the point of my job. And if people aren't utilizing me to help them kind of get their shit together, then what are they doing?
Yeah, it's 100% on them.
I think Ilya needs to be, we get that guy Key. I want the Stevie. I think.
Whoa! No key yet.
Oh, sorry, no Key yet. But Ilya, Stevie.
He's gonna promote it first.
Ilya, Stevie, and the VO guy. I think is a good first free, and then I might start getting out. Might start giving out some feelers to this Flash and Marlo and.
Oh please, not Marlo, please, not Marlo.
No
Flash, I
Marlo?
can let
Yeah.
slide. Marlo,
You don't
please,
like
no
Marlo?
Marlo, please, no, fuck no. Marlo's a great guy. He's got a good personality. Listen, guys. I've known Marlo for a very long time. I don't want to use his past against him, but it's just he is too much of a self-thinker. It's all about him always, and it makes it very hard to work with him. That's just how he is.
How do
Yeah,
you
I
feel
think
about,
he's a great
Hazel?
hanger-on. I was going to bring up Hazel. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Hazel calls me all the time.
Fuck
but
no.
I wanted that. Yeah, that's why.
I mean, listen, it goes up
I need
to
to
a
find
I
vote.
didn't want to
someone,
get
guys.
closer.
My decision isn't the final say. This is just my opinion.
Right.
Fucking
I just
Hazel.
want to
it's
hear
just-
your stuff.
I mean, for me, Hazel's just kind of is very soft.
Yep.
Very emotional. Just I don't think he's cut out for this life.
I'm gonna be honest though.
Yeah.
The thing is that is fine. Same with Marlo. Like, so here's where this is where like not everyone has to be brought in, and it works. I want to have my own operations. I want to have my own shit. I want to have my own fucking people. But listen, if they're under me and I'm making money, the crew's getting the cake. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
if
but
they're
that's
brought in
different,
or
right?
not,
Like,
right?
you
That's a
guys-
good
you guys
thing
hang
about
out-
it.
You guys hang out and work with whoever the fuck you want. I'm talking specifically buy-ins into
Yeah.
this crew, right?
But that's the thing, Tony.
Okay.
You,
Yeah.
you can get this Hazel guy to work for you, bring you the money, you bring it to the crew. It doesn't. You don't have to
Yeah.
eliminate a guy just because we don't want him bought in. That's the
Yeah, that's a
beauty
good
of
point.
this
That's
whole
a good
thing.
point. Yeah,
That's
that's
what I was
the
going to
beauty
say
of the whole
about
thing.
Hazel in particular. He offered to push my moonshine, like if I don't have Tony around or I'm not doing it myself. And I said, all right, yeah. You pay me some clean cash up front. I give you the crate. You go push it. Then we have clean cash for the crew. We don't have to
Yeah.
fucking, clean it, whatever. Like stuff like that is kind of what I was thinking of doing with people like that who I think are really great for side work, but maybe too soft to be in the crew.
Yeah, so that's a very good thing to clarify. Work with whoever you want, hang out with whoever you want, build whatever operations with whoever you want. As long as at the end of the day you understand the crew comes first, you are bought into a bigger picture. All of these people are disposable, if it ever were to happen.
Yeah.
The minute you wake up and Hazel's got to go because he did some fuck shit, Hazel's got to go. The minute I wake up and Cloak and the entire sanitation crew's got to be fucking dropped off a fucking cliff, they got to be dropped off a cliff because the crew is before everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as we operate like that, it doesn't matter who the fuck you work with. You do whatever the fuck you want. In a fucking fucked up, twisted way, in a way that I enjoy because I'm a twisted man. We're taking advantage of these people and they're building our empire for us without even fucking realizing. The motherfuckers who aren't bought in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We're making money off their backs. That's how it should fucking be. Let's be real here. So, if he's on a good buy-in, but you like the way he works, you like the guy, fucking use him, make money off the guy, and you come, bring the cash to the fucking crew, and you get the fucking praise for it, and fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
This is the system. If we are on the same page, the system works so beautifully.
It gives people freedom as well. That's what that's the beauty of it. It's not, I can be my own fucking boss. At the end of the day, like, I'm bringing fucking money to the crew. Like, because
It's capitalism, baby. You
Yeah.
do what it takes to bring the crew money. If Gigi wants to wake up tomorrow and start her own fucking empire of fucking cleaning fucking dogs for a living, she
Yep.
can go and do that.
Yeah.
She's bringing the money as long as her mind, she's doing that to help propel the crew further. Like, that's all that matters. And you can have some side, personal interests as well, make some side cash and shit too, but the crew is always first, no matter what.
Agreed.
And when it comes to buy-ins, it's got to be up to a vote between the fucking dons. That's a whole different conversation. But if one of your guys, you go, this guy's a fucking top earner, and he's great, it potentially allows him to be put on the list where we do consider buying that person in. I also, I want to emphasize a little bit. Let's try to keep a lot of old friends are everywhere. Let's try to keep fresh blood coming in, because if we just stacked ourselves up with old blood, I would have never met Gigi, and she's one of the best people I've met in recent memory. You know what I mean? Same with Ilya, same with Teddy. That's kind of where I get my fun out of this whole thing. Just finding new people who are amazing.
Exactly.
So let's try to keep a good mix of that. All right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's fucking end this meeting. I got shit I gotta do.
I gotta
Oh,
get
go
to
ahead,
the
Harry.
sewers.
GG.
Harry?
Yep.
Get the
All right, Harry's in
pounded.
his head. All right, I'm gonna take a piss.
All right.
I need the pounded.
I think
Sorry,
I have my
I missed the end of that conversation because I was, my bladder was full. I couldn't be any more full. I
You're
just couldn't.
fine, you're fine.
I was in pain.
The Shanghai selling jewelry.
I got 300 rep back if we want to do packer runs.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Hey, how you doing, pal? How are you? Doing all right. You selling them? You selling jewelry? How many boxes you got for sale?
I would like more dons in the future. I just think you have to build up to that point. You don't like you. The worst mistake that was made was people rushing buying people in. It was not good. So things need to be slowed down a bit, and they are, right? So it's good.